that stuff about heavy metal and hard rock, I don't subscribe myself to any of that. It's all just music. I mean, heavy metal from the 70s sounds nothing like stuff from the 80s. And stuff from the 80s sounds nothing like stuff from the 90s. Who's to say what is and isn't a certain type of music? Neil Young. Bio.com describes Neil Young as one of the most diverse and independent artists today. After I get done with this speech, you will have heard all about Neil Young's accomplishments, facts about his personal life, and finally, about his music career and what he does for society now. Neil Young has definitely accomplished things in his life that show how diverse he truly is. According to Zimbio.com, Neil Young has been inducted into many Hall of Fames over the years. These Hall of Fames include the Canada Music Hall of Fame in 1982, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, first in 1995 for solo work, again in 1998 as part of a member of Buffalo Springfield, and the Grammy Hall of Fame twice in 2014 and 2015. He was also awarded the Juno Award in 2011, the Grammy Award for the Best Rock Song in 2011, MTV Video Music Award for Video of the Year in 1982, Juno Award for Album of the Year in 1994, Juno Award for Artist of the Year in 2011, Juno Award for the Best Male Artist in 1995 and 2001, and the Juno Award for Adult Alternative Album of the Year. Some of the awards that don't pertain to his music career include Jack Richardson Producer of the Year in 2006 and Alan Waters Humanitarian Award in 2011. He helped found the Farmers Aid, and today he is still on the board of directors. Neil Young and his ex-wife Peggy Young developed the Bridge School Concert Benefit to the Bridge School, which helps develop and use technology to help children with disabilities. Neil and his ex-wife support the Bridge School because their son Zeke has cerebral palsy, and like her father, their daughter does too, have epilepsy. Neil was born in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, on November 12, 1995. He was raised in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. According to Wikipedia.com, Neil had a child with Carrie Snodgrass in 1972, 2 children with Peggy Young, Ben and Amber. Ben was born in 1978, and Amber was born in 1984. Zeke was born with cerebral palsy. Ben is a quadriplegic with cerebral palsy and is unable to speak. Amber was born with epilepsy. 2 years after Amber was born, the couple co-founded the Bridge School in Hillsburg, California. According to NewYorkDailyNews.com, the school helps kids with severe physical and speech disabilities become independent in living, and explore their natural talents and learn forms of communication. Neil and his wife of 36 years divorced in July of 2014. Now, you may be wondering, how did Neil Young's music career start? Well, when Young was in middle school, he began to play the guitar. In junior high, Neil and some of his friends started a band named the Jades. He also developed what Biography.com describes as his characteristic metabolic guitar style and the use of the whammy bar, creating a vibrato effect to accompany his unique, mournful, untrained yet singular singing voice. In 1945, Young formed another band, an instrumental and folk band named the Squires. He later dropped out of high school and began performing in Fort William, and soon he was recording demos. In the 1960s, Young decided to tour the folk clubs in Winnipeg and left the Squires. In 1966, Young decided to bring his music to the United States. Young moved to the U.S., with his good friend Bruce Palmer. Bruce Palmer and Young co-founded the band Buffalo Springfield. The band consisted of Stephen Stills, Richie Furay, and Dooley Martin. The band was known for their instrumental pieces, interesting lyrics, and their vocals. The band made 3 albums: Buffalo Springfield Again, and The Last Time Around. The band fell apart within a couple of years. After that, Young decided to join other groups, such as the Mifflinbirds, Crosby, Still, Nash and Young, Crazy Horse, the Stray Gators, the Stills Young Band, the Ducks, Northern Lights, and Pearl. Young has also made some movies under the name Bernard Shaky. The movies that he has co-directed are Journey Through the Past in 1973, Rust Never Sleeps 1979, Human Highway 1982, Greendale 2003, and Deja Vu 2008. Now I have told you about Neil Young. Now that I've told you about Neil Young, you may look at artists differently. Maybe even try some of his music and see the different styles he uses. Next time you watch anything that has been directed by Bernard Shaky, you will know that his real name is Neil Young. Hopefully you can see that being different isn't always a bad thing. It may just end you up with a Grammy.
You're crazy.